So this photo is the inspiration for our neon editing assignment today, but we're going to put a little bit of a twist on it so we can use it for our selective color technique. So you're going to want to start with a color photo to change into black and white, and the pops of color will be the shapes that you are adding. So I started with a photo here of me on the scooter, and the first thing I'm going to do is hit Adjustments, Auto Black and White. If I feel like I need to do any brightness or contrast editing, now would be a good time to do that, but I'm going to leave it pretty close to as is. I can then also add something called a vignette. If I go under Filter, Vignette, this is something that you can add to the edges of your photo. If I go to the right, I'm going to get a darker edge. If I go to the left, I'm going to get a lighter edge. Kind of depends on what you want. And if you like that style, go ahead and apply it. Next, I'm going to do a duplicate layer. So I'm going to Layer, Duplicate Layer. And then one more time, I'm going up to Layer, but this time it's a new layer. So over here in my Layers menu, I should have my original image, my duplicated layer, and then my third layer that I added. In this new layer number 3, I'm going to use the Shape tool. And you'll notice that there's a variety of shapes that you can choose from. Make sure you have clicked on Draw and not Design. I'm going to use the triangle for this one. And make sure that this little toggle is turned off because we don't want these shapes to be filled. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my triangle shape. I can rotate it. So I clicked on the cursor move tool. I can rotate. And I can move it around. I can make it larger or smaller. Once I am happy with the shape and the placement, I'm going to go over to Filter, and I'm going to do an outer glow. On my color choice, I can choose whatever color I want. I might choose a pink. And then this is the size. How much of that outer glow do I want? I can play around with feathering. Opacity means how see-through do I want it to be, but I'm pretty happy with that right there. And now right now I have a choice. Am I going to leave it just one triangle, or am I going to Control C to copy and Control V to paste? Notice that it added a new layer that I can then move. So if I wanted some repetition, I could do that. So I'm going to hit Control Paste one more time, and I'm going to give myself, maybe I'll do one over here, 3. Okay, so right now I want to take these 3 triangles and I want them to be one layer. So I'm going to hit my Layers tool, and I just want to merge down one at a time. I don't want to merge down all of them, just one at a time. So I've got one more that I need to merge down. And now I have one layer with my 3 triangles. That's really important for this next step because I want to erase the parts that are showing up on my body so that it looks like I am riding through these triangles. And again, we can play around with your brush size. You can play around with your hardness or softness of the brush, and you're just going to erase on that layer the parts that you don't want seen. Once you are satisfied, you can save it, and I'll show you what my final ended up looking like. But here was my before, and here is my after. Once you're satisfied, make sure you're saving it so that you can turn it in.